Greetings to readers, viewers, and listeners, and welcome to the special edition of the Autistic SuperBlog's The Hot Take. This one is going to be a little bit different because usually with this version of The Hot Take, I usually speak what's on my mind, and that's kind of what's going to be happening today. But I do have some notes that I'm going to be looking at to get through this next edition of The Hot Take, because for people like myself, for people like self-advocates across New York State and around the country, this is something that really means a lot to me. And I just want to preface this. This is a open letter to the governor of New York, Ms. Hochul. I just want to say thank you for being there to lead New York when there was a lot of transparency that needed to be done. There are some things that I would like to talk to you about when it comes to direct support professionals, and I've seen you've done some good things too by giving them bonuses, at least from what I hear. But I want to talk about community. I'm not just speaking for myself as someone supported by the Arkman Hudson, but I'm also speaking to myself as an artist and someone as part of the Global and Regional Asperger's Syndrome Partnership. Primarily, it's outreach coordinator. One of the things that myself as an artist is all about community. All about listening to the community, all about needing the community, and also supporting the community as well, because these things are really important to not only growth in the area en masse, but also to people in society in general, because usually when I go to art galleries, there are certain things that really pull me out, and there are some things that are like, oh, that's really interesting. Oh, that's really interesting. That's really interesting too. Oh, that's good too. Look around the Hudson Valley. There are a lot of places like that. Olana, Opus 40, Dutchman's Landing, and just various places like Walkway over the Hudson, and I just mentioned just a couple of things from my corner of the state. What I'm explaining to you this is that I'm lucky that I'm able to drive. I'm lucky that I'm able to be able to transport myself from one place to another without needing direct support professionals. That being said, even I need help. Even I, as an autistic person, need help in my daily life. Help with certain aspects of my life that I wish could be better. Certain things in my life that I wish I knew before, or that I need help with when it comes to when it comes to cooking things and all that stuff. Because I'm a good cook, but I'm nowhere near Gordon Ramsay. I just gotta be honest. But I want to talk about the community, because for me, that's always been the key word for me. I want to just say to us New Yorkers and to self-advocates like myself, people supported by the Arkman Hudson, that we've rebounded, that we've adapted, that we've changed a lot, for better or worse, because of the pandemic. That's not to say we still don't have a long way to go. We've all been resilient. We've all been patient. We've all been creative. Telehealth, and other things have helped. Telehealth, social media have all helped us communicate with each other. Have all helped us keep the community alive in our community, in our houses during the pandemic too. That being said, I think we can all agree there's nothing like the real thing. There's nothing like being able to be able to see the community face to face. Myself as an artist, I mean, I do well. I can do well on a camera myself, but for me as an artist, there's nothing. I mean, for me as a poet, for me as an artist, there's nothing like getting that instant feedback that you need to say, "Oh, this film was good. Was really good. That one needs a little work. That one needs a little work." We all deal with that, but for an artist, you get that instant feedback, and it's like you get that instant gratification, and it becomes almost cathartic to get your words out, and just to hear people chanting. I mean, not chanting your name, but giving you the adulation, giving you the respect that you deserve is really wonderful. The same should also be meant for our DSPs, who, let's be honest, have gone far above and beyond what we could have expected them to do in the pandemic. I mean, they've had to keep their families going. They've had to keep a straight face and a stiff upper lip, even in rough and traumatic times, as we all have. But nothing like direct support professionals. They've had to deal with protocols. They've had to deal with other things too. They've had to deal with nightmares. They've had to deal with the stress of not only their job but also their job at. I mean their families, their friends outside of the agency, just to keep us safe. And I just want to say thank you to all DSPs, but also thank you to individuals too, because everything that we can do is part of the direct support professionals. But we're the ones that have dealt with it before. We're the ones that are dealing with the hand that we're dealt. Um, so you guys deserve as much of the credit as DSPs do, because everything that DSPs are able to do, direct support professionals are able to do, is helps us connect with the community and helps us know that we could still do things and be a part of the community. But that's only because of what the DSPs can do. I'm asking to I'm asking for not just everyone here on the Autistic SuperBlog .wordpress.com, not only on YouTube, not only the ARCs not only the ARC New York, but also all self advocacy organizations to rise up and stand up and be accountable and let your stories know that they matter to everyone around, myself included. I mean, I couldn't go to work for a couple months, and it just felt so surreal. Even with the pandemic going on, I mean, I just felt like I'm an essential worker myself. I just felt like I was being a coward, and that's being very honest. I felt like I was being coward. Kept safely, yes, but I felt like I wasn't there with my friends, and I felt like I should have been. So I just want to raise my story and hope others will do the same for the Rise Up campaign to help DSPs get the boost that they so desperately needed. Because everything that DSPs are able to do helps individuals like myself and others do what they need to do to live fulfilling and refreshing lives. So if you guys want to if you guys like this story, you can check them out at sanus.org, and you can also check out all my videos, not just here on YouTube, but also on the Autistic SuperBlog .wordpress.com. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay strong, be safe, and as always, shine on.